Are you listening?
Welcome to the Nerf Report. My name is Brian. Thank you so much for joining us this week. A lot has happened since we've last spoken. Animal Crossing New Horizons showed off their upcoming holiday update. The New Day are coming to Gears 5. IO Interactive announced that they are working on a brand new James Bond game, and Grand Theft Auto Online is teasing a brand new expansion. But despite all of that, for this week's episode, let's talk about Google Stadia, who dropped some massive news this week. And what's exciting to me about all of this isn't news of stuff that's happening next week or 2 weeks from now or even next month. This news takes place in the future. I wonder what this show will look like in 2 years. Hello there, youngsters. My name is... What's my name? Bryant, and welcome back to the Nerf Report. Let's talk about Google Stadia. Huh? What'd you say? No, I'm filming my show for the YouTube. The YouTube, yes. Leave me alone. Go watch your damn TikToks, all right? Whoa. Man, the future's scary. Google Stadia celebrated their 1-year anniversary this week on multiple fronts. The first of which was during the Megabigs talk, in which Stadia Games and Entertainment's portfolio director Julian Cooney discussed how the company is hard at work on bringing games to the platform, and that Stadia is currently offering bonuses to developers who bring RPGs or games that will land on the platform in 2023 and beyond. 2023 and beyond, which is a hard pill to swallow for the Twitter diehards who are waiting on bated breath to dig a new grave at the Google graveyard. Sorry, man, I think you mentioned us. Did you need us for something? No. Cool, because, we got nothing else going on in our lives. We're just hanging out over here on Twitter. If you need us, we'll be over here. Thanks. Where were we? 2023. Further expanding Stadia's commitment to the platform, Stadia's director of games Jack Buser sat down with Mobile Syrup to discuss how his team already has 400 games in development that are slated to come to Google Stadia. In fact, Jack Buser explained that my team is almost done with 2021. We're thinking about 2022 right now. That's our focus. 2023 is really kind of where we're aiming our sights. 2021 is in incredible shape. Let that sink in. For the most part, Google Stadia has already slated out the entire lineup of games coming to the platform in 2021. Jack and the entire team at Google Stadia already know what we will be playing 12 months from now, and they won't tell us. And I am excited to announce that I am extending an open invite to Jack from myself to come on the Nerf Report and announce those games. In fact, Jack, whatever it takes, we want to get you on the show. We'll call it the Jack Buser Variety Hour or the Buser Express. Admittedly, those are terrible names, but come on, Jack. You just sprung this on us, and it's all I could come up with on a short notice. And if you're like me, you're dying to know what some of these games coming to Stadia in 2021 might be. Well, luckily for us, one of those games might have been leaked, and it's a massive one. If you weren't aware, Capcom was recently hacked, and many of their internal documents detailing the company's plans and partnerships have now been leaked online. Terrible for Capcom and those affected, but admittedly great for gamers, as it gives us a glimpse into Capcom's planning and strategy for the next few years. And one of those documents was a partnership between Google Stadia and Capcom, in which Stadia paid $10 million to bring Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil Village to Google Stadia. $10 million. Let's face it, the Buser Express is slinging around some massive cash to bring games to Stadia. Jack Attack, that's what we'll call it. Jack, I follow you on Twitter. Hit me up in the DMs. We are all waiting. But the other massive reveal to come out of Jack's interview with Mobile Syrup is that Stadia has hit 15 exclusives, games that are being developed by their own internal studios, on top of exclusive games from Harmonix, Supermassive, and Uppercut. And of those exclusives, Jack feels that the first-party internally developed games will be the ones to push Stadia as a platform, because those games are going to be some of the first designed to push Google's data centers to the limits, on top of increasing the integrations with YouTube. And if that isn't enough of a driving factor for the platform, Stadia's VP John Justice stated that the company plans on deeply expanding its free tier with many more games on the way. In fact, the first game to join the free-to-play tier for Stadia will be Destiny 2. That's right, the base game can be played by anyone who signs up for Stadia at no additional cost.
Bryant, we want big games, massive games with unique features that we can't find anywhere else.
Wow, good news for you. Just this week, another game was announced as coming to Stadia in 2021. IO Interactive announced that the upcoming Hitman 3 will be coming to Google Stadia in 2021 and will mark the official launch of State Share for Google Stadia. If you weren't aware, State Share allows users to freeze an exact moment in a game and share it instantly with other players. And by simply clicking the link, they are teleported into that exact moment with no installs, no patches, and no updates. And just to clarify, we've already seen a version of State Share with games like Crata, where I can post a link to a game created in Crata in the description of a video, and you can click it and play that very same game. However, that's just the beta. The final State Share concept will allow you to create unique moments in a game and share them with everybody. And obviously, this is all great news, but for me, the biggest moment of the week was when Jade Raymond, the VP of Stadia Games and Entertainment, discussed the future of cloud gaming. And let's be honest, it was insane. Jade Raymond admitted that we are currently in the first wave of cloud gaming, in which the main reason we are using it is solely based on convenience. The elimination of load times, updates, and being able to play on different screens. But Jade believes that Wave 2 of cloud gaming will be what television was to radio. And while the industry is obsessed with being the Netflix of gaming, Jade believes that Stadia should be the YouTube of gaming and continue revolutionizing the way that the next generation of gamers play video games. And one of the most insane things that Jade touches on is how crazy the future of gaming could become. Whether it be by Stadia utilizing Google Duplex and Google AI to help NPCs react to players similarly to the way that characters in Westworld do and genuinely feel more realistic. Or perhaps it will be an AI director that understands what makes games fun and controls the pacing of the game, creating unique game experiences that may look the same on the surface level, but each individual player gets a unique experience, unlike the other players thanks to Google AI. And I don't know about you guys, but anytime somebody at Stadia starts talking, whether it's Jade or it's Aaron, I immediately am reminded that I'm like one evolutionary step away from a monkey, because I'm just like sitting there being like, I'm not sure I comprehended what they said, but it sounded good and I'm an idiot. But at the end of the day, all of this news just means that we have an extremely bright future for cloud gaming. 400 games in development, teams of employees focusing in on making Stadia the best it can be in 2023, and developers utilizing groundbreaking technology to assist in creating games like never before. Stadia essentially closed out its first birthday by saying, "You ain't seen nothing yet." But what do you all think? Do any of these updates or technologies impress you? If you could develop any game and bring it to Stadia, what would it be? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Hey, thanks again for checking out our channel. If you like what you saw and you want to see more content just like it, which who wouldn't, hit the subscribe button right there. And while you're down there, hit the like button. Maybe even consider becoming a Nerf Report best friend, just like the people listed down below did. In fact, don't you want to see your name there? I know I do.